Where are we? Yes, we are at the top of the pocket head. And we go in here. Oh wow. That's one of the original wood pocket heads, and that's actually stood the test of time. It's all mining. I can see the big wheel go around. Arrow Tavern. Still like to stop. Any trains your way, Joey?
No, none to the left.
None to the right.
None to the right.
There's one of those water tanks they use for the locomotives. They've got the old Arrow Tavern. Everyone's written their names on here. Joe, Rupert was here. Everyone's got their little tags up there with magnets on. Don't normally film toilets, but this is amazing. Yeah, very fun, great place. Look at the size of those meals. Yummo. So there we go. We've just put a little stick thing up there. Where are we going, Joey? Got a nice kids area over there, a bit of sand pit and nice tables, some good shade here. We've got the bar over there. We've got Joanne here. Little bird that's come to visit us there, and you've got a stage. Yeah, very nice. So we've got the Broad Arrow burger and some yummo chips. I'll tell you what, some of these chips are big. Look at the size of that one. We've decided to go halves because we're on a diet. Well, that's what Joey told me. Looks like they've had some water here. Pretty boggy. Lake Ballard, 500 metres on the right. Good morning from Lake Ballard, Western Australia. Nice sunrise happening there. A little bit of exploring to do today. A few other people here. Okay, let's go for a bit of a walk, Joey. Check out and see if it's boggy or not. And try and keep these flies off. Don't fall down that hole, Joey. So there's some artwork out here by locals, well, I don't know if it's local, but it's sculptor John Gormley, and apparently it depicts every person that lives in Menzies. So we'll go and check it out. That's our little house up there. Might stay a few days, I reckon.
Quite nice.
We're full of water, we're full of gas.
Very glowy last one.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll probably need to clean the solar panels, but yeah, this is very special. I'm going to climb that later and see if I can get some reception. This is obviously a female, and there's no name, so we don't know who that is, but it's somebody from Menzies. Should we go to that one, Joey? Looks like we've got another lady, and this lady has got smaller breasts. I wonder who that is in town. Any ideas, Joe? Well, it's true. It's smaller than the other one. Yeah, just climbed to the top, and our camp is over there. There are all these sculptures. One right out there, and they just go and go and go. You can see down here where people have actually got stones together, and there's all sorts of messages. I heard a tink tink, so I reckon I might have Telstra. I'll check it out and Yeah, it's a beautiful view, look at that. Walking up the hill and taking those photos I just showed you, I came back and Joe's been busy cooking, haven't you? So let's have a look. What's Joe been doing here? Tell me about it, Joe.
That's some pork belly
Oh, look at that. And vegetables.
and veggies.
And you got some green stuff inside.
Yep.
That looks pretty cool. Another beautiful morning at Lake Ballard. I've got my friend out there taking some sunrise photos. With Richard at Lake Ballard, which is out there. And Richard's going to let me know what he's up to with his photography. Is that what you're here for?
Yeah, look, I recently retired and I decided life's too short to just be sitting in an office and looking at the sunsets and sunrises, working long hours. So I'm here for photography and I specialise in landscape photography.
Okay.
So I've only recently been doing this and so far I've been trying this week. I'm trying to do the salt lakes of the wheat belt of Western Australia.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
And before that, did you do any other photography?
Yeah. Well, I used to work in finance, and it didn't really give me much time to photography. So, but I've done a couple of trips. I bought this second hand.
Yes.
Off Marketplace.
Oh wow.
And
you got a roof.
A little bit of it. I put on a rooftop tent.
Oh yep, yeah, I can see that. Yep.
And I put on an awning.
Yep.
And I've done the Nullarbor.
Oh.
And I've done a separate trip to the Flinders Ranges.
Yes.
And I did Esperance. And then I did another trip to Mount Sterling, which is Bluff Knoll and Mount Trio.
Oh, you've been around a fair bit.
A little. I'm only just starting.
Yeah.
I try and spend a minimum of a week to 2 weeks away from my home. I'm married and I've got 2 adult children who don't live at home anymore.
Okay. And where's home?
Home is Perth.
Oh, Perth. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're WA lad.
Well, I've actually been around a lot. I've worked in every capital city except Brisbane. So for my jobs, I've had to travel around the country, and I used to work for investment banks. It was just a terrible job, and I kept thinking life's too short. So.
Oh, well done. So you'd have to have some good gear. So what have you got in your goodies box?
Okay, I actually normally carry 2 bodies with me. Camera bodies. So I just happened to, for this trip, I've left my 5D Mark IV home, but I've got a R5.
Yes.
And I bought this mount. It's called Pro Media, which a lot of these cameras with these L brackets, you can't actually articulate this open.
Okay.
So this one you can carry like this.
Oh, well.
So that I have this, plus I normally carry with me 4 lenses. So I have a 24-70.
Yep.
Right. EF. I have another wide angle one, which is 16-35.
Yes.
And I do a lot of my landscapes with the 16-35. And then if I'm doing a big hike and it's too heavy to carry around, I have what I call walk around lens, and this is just a 24-105. get it out.
It doesn't want to get out.
So it's nice and tight in there.
So that's like an average lens?
Yeah, it's like, it's not as, the other lenses are beautiful and sharp, and that one's good, but you know, it's doesn't have an aperture of f.2.8. And then if I'm going to do what they call compression shot, so you want to compress the landscapes, I have this 100 to 500. And I don't really do nature photography. I really only do landscapes.
Yes.
So, and then on top of that, I have. Oops, there goes one of the black filters. Just put that back on. And then I have a series of filters I use, just ND filters.
Yes. And
it's wrapped up in this little camera bag.
So it's backpack portable.
Yeah, this is called a Shimoda. Okay, and it's 100% waterproof.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So it has another rain cover underneath.
Yes.
And it's designed to. This is an ad for Shimoda. I wish they'd paid for me to have.
Well, actually, wait a sec, Shimoda. If you want to support Richard, you know where to find him.
And so separately, you have another top here, and I carry things like a jumper, or if I carry a rain jacket in case it starts raining where I'm going. Quite often I like to shoot where it's quite cloudy, and I normally usually get very wet. And then on top of that, I then have it's an English tripod, and it can get to around about 7 foot high.
Okay.
So it's unfortunately it's quite heavy. It's covered in mud at the bottom right now.
And that's because we've been out there this morning doing some shots that we'll hopefully be able to put up later in this segment.
And so obviously this has this head here, so when you put the camera on, you can adjust the level on this.
Yes.
So that makes it much easier to level.
So is that titanium or aluminium or?
No, this is carbon fibre.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it all in all, when I put this all together and I'm carrying, I lie when I do my carry on, because this weighs around about 11.5-12 kilos.
Yep.
And when you go on a big hike, that's heavy.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question, and hopefully your wife's not watching. How much would this sort of kit cost to replace?
Each lens ranges between the long lens. That's around about 4,500.
Yes.
And the other lens is around about 3.5. So that's 7, 11. The body's another 4. We're talking about 16,000, 17,000.
Okay. So you've got to be pretty serious to have that sort of gear.
Well, yeah. I guess I was fortunate enough when I worked in finance. I had the money to afford this, but I didn't actually have the time.
No, that's good.
But that's fine. Yep.
Yeah, good job.
So, and I have a drone as well. It's a little DJI Mini 3 Pro.
Nice.
But I'm planning to buy the latest Mavic Pro.
Yep.
So,
good.
but yeah, that's what I've been doing.
No, well done. So, socials, do you have socials at all?
I have an Instagram an account at this stage.
I'll put that up underneath, and people can find you there, find your photography there.
Yep.
And if they're in Perth or wherever you are and they want some good photography done, I'm sure you'd.
I also run workshops, one-on-one workshops for photography.
Oh, really?
Well. So if people want to learn more about photography, I normally would take them with their gear.
Yeah.
So because quite often photography is not about the gear; it's about the composition and the light.
Okay.
It's about finding the right time.
Yes.
It's not about all the gear. The gear is good. It's helpful. But that's one of the fallacies of photography.
Yeah.
You know? So you can start off with any sort of kit lens and kit gear, as long as you want to get out there. Because basically, I just want to get out and share the beauty of nature around Australia.
And I'll tell you what, there's so much to see out here. And for you, what's the next photo shoot? Where are you heading?
I'm going down south to Lake King. I'm hoping that there will be a bit more cloud cover to get the light, and then I will then go to, there's a couple other lakes around there, salt lakes, and that'll finish up. That'll be 7 days of visiting salt lakes. And then in July I'm hoping to head north back up to Kalgoorlie.
Oh, nice.
I unfortunately hit a kangaroo, so I've only just got my ute back. It's in the smash repairs for about a month.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But that's the joys of when you do photography, you've got to get up before dawn.
Yep,
And you have to be very careful driving in the, pre-dusk.
Yeah. And hopefully at Lake King we don't have as many flies.
No, actually down south the flies are better. The further north you go, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. Well, we've noticed that. Okay, well, Richard, thank you very much
Thank you.
for sharing your information, and make sure you support his Instagram page, and there'll be more information in our notes for the sunset. Absolutely beautiful. Got the fire going. There's nothing better. Very nice.